This is the 46th video of the wargaming of the Battle of Austerlitz. I am playing the Austrians and Russians. The game's artificial intelligence is playing the French. It is December 2nd, 1805, 4 p.m. Turn 55 out of 66 turns. And it's the Allied movement phase. Can never remember how much of this I've done. But this game doesn't have very long to go. As you can see, most of these units are surrounded. In fact, all of them. It's just a question of knocking them down. He's got 3 regiments here in good order, so he can attack. This stuff is all disordered, so we're just going to start to beat it down. Yeah, once he attacks with these 3 regiments and they're surrounded. So if he uses those regiments, that's the last of his offensive power. Okay, let's close in to finish off these guys as best we can. So we'll put him in line. We'll just start beating on these guys. Oh, what am I putting him in line for? Shit. It's just a skirmisher. Oh, that was a mistake. Should have kept him in column. What I need is some infantry here. Still too far away. Well, what I'm going to do is set up for some charges and end this. These guys have moved. We don't want these guys getting away. Let's get this leader out of here. Okay, we need to click him up one. Click him up. Disordered. Okay, we'll set up for a bunch of charges here. And this artillery, go down here. It's a modded guy, huh? Well, we may need the artillery to finish him off. This guy's moved. Jeez. Oh. Got this stupid Cossack with me. Okay, let's turn him. Oh, what a shame these guys can't close. Okay, we'll move this guy out, this guy in. And he can go in the line. He's disordered anyway. Let's get him out of here. Got a column. Mounted. This is limbered, so we'll go around this way. Can't quite make it. We will. Limbered. That's unlimbered. Limber him up. Let's get him out of square into column. Limber him up. Get out of square into column. Limber him up. Go into column. We'll limber him up. Limber him up. And column will go out here. Artillery there. Limber up the artillery. Move them out there. Okay. Put this guy in column. Limber up the artillery. Put him in column. Limber up the artillery. column. Number up the artillery. Okay, so those guys are all set. Okay, we got two disordered guys here. Let's get them out of the way. Oh, I got the non-disordered guy out of the way. Well, we'll get the disordered guys here. We'll drop this guy down. Shit! These guys can't move over the dam. I don't know, we have to stick this guy in here to make sure these guys don't fly away. Oh, I can unlimber that gun. Oh, won't let me, huh? Oh, movement to 0. Okay. That's why. Well, I'm going to finish this up in a second here. I'm finally getting my infantry down here. I'm not going to bother moving all this stuff. I think we're just going to have the firing portion of this turn, and that's going to be it. Because this game is way done. Okay, we'll move these guys out. Huh. Well, I guess we can disorder this guy by charging. This guy can't make it. Ooh. Let's turn this guy up. He'll be able to charge. These guys are all kaput. Oh, this guy recovered. That's good. Let's turn him up. He can charge. All right, now these guys. finish these guys off. Oh, cavalry. It's interesting. Overran. Yeah, he's general of the guard. Mounted. I don't want mounted. Mounted. Is that all I got here? Mounted. Mounted. Shit. All this cavalry. We'll turn him. Well, I'm not going to bother to move the rest of this stuff. I just want to see another round of combat here. Okay, let's go on to the next phase. French defensive fire. 7, 1, 3, 14, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 53. That damn artillery's still there. Okay, I get to shoot. We'll shoot with both the line and the artillery. 67. We'll do the same. Up. Just shoot with the infantry battalion. 29. Do a combined shot here. Oh, the guns cannot fire, so we'll just fire the infantry. No effect. Shit. Oh, 91 men. He still should have had some effect. Get the line battalion here. 6. What a disappointment. We didn't finish him off. Oop, we finished that guy off. 6, and he's gone. Just shoot at this infant skirmisher to weaken it up. Well, we didn't weaken it up very much. Okay. We'll work these guys over. $15. 15. 1. A wimp. No effect. What am I shooting at? A column. He must be done for. I'll have to melee him. Oh, here's the damn 3 guns. Okay, we'll melee him for sure. Let's shoot. Maybe we'll get another gun. Oh, has fired. Fatigue. 5. Okay, let's go down here. 6. 8. 32. 15. 19. 14. Ally melee. Okay, first of all, we're going to go after this gun. Advantage attacker. We'll go after with both barrels here. Poof! I get 26, he gets 75. Battery disappears. This look like the weak guy. Let's test it. I got 91 men here. Advantage defender. That doesn't look that weak to me. Well, that's the only unit and column I've got there, so I'm going to call it off. I think he's playing possum with me. Now this guy, skirmisher. Let's try this pioneer. Advantage attacker. Sounds good. Okay, I get 10, he gets 2. He goes into this column, he's disordered. Okay, also surrounded. Okay, that's it for me. French movement. No movement. Oh, that's kind of funny. I thought he would have tried to move out of some of this stuff. Okay, I got a battalion here. Let's fire at him. 11. I'll combine the battalion and the battery. 67. We've got a battalion here. 58. Christ. We've got a battalion here. No effect. I guess that's because he's 91 men. You'd think he could do better than no effect. Okay, we got a 4-gun battery here, and he disappears. 42 casualties. That's what's going to happen with all these guys. All right. Ten. Oh, what happened down here? This other guy disappear? It's quite possible he broke up when he tried to move, because he's gone. In fact, there were 2 guys here. There's one here and one here. Now there were 3 altogether. Now there's 1. These guys must have broke up. It isn't going to take long to polish out. 25 and 38. It's going to take long to polish them off. Okay, well, I think we're done with this game. I mean, let's look at what we've got here. This guy's surrounded, and he's powerless. He's in column, and I think he's been dishing out 1 or 2 casualties, so he's a couple turns and he's going to disappear. This guy already disappeared. This guy's going to disappear because he's surrounded, and next turn he's going to be charged, and we've got a lancer in the pack, so this guy just has to step back and poof, he's gone. This guy, he still has 3 guys he can charge with, but notice he won't charge, although these guys are surrounding him. And the reason he won't charge is because he'll disorder himself. Unless he uses all 3 units to charge one, and he'll rout that unit, but he'll be disordered, all 3 units. If he charges these 3, he may or may not drive them away, but he'll be disordered. All these guys are disordered, so without the artillery, which I just got, I'll just close in with these line units and artillery, and 3 turns and they're gone. Maybe 4. But these guys will just get pounded. They've got no firepower. And of course, this guy down here, he'll get pounded. These are all line units around him. They just get around him and keep shooting. And he's got really nothing down here. So, and this is what can happen with the French, even though they started out by occupying Pratzen Heights and never gave it up. So we can see how this scenario can play out. One thing I'm amazed at, that the Russians have so much artillery. It's just incredible. And I'm playing Friedland, and it's the same thing. They just have an amazing amount of artillery, far more than the French. I would really say double the French. So although the French can win at this battle, they've got to strike quick and hard. If they let the Russians concentrate like happened here, they haven't got a chance. They just don't have a chance. So instead of falling back from Pratzen Heights and having the Russians occupy it, I don't see how the French could kick them back out. To me, the French have to start out attacking and try to destroy the Russians in detail. So anyway, that'll be the end of this game. Now, I haven't played the Battle of Waterloo, playing the British. So I think that will replace this one. And there's a scenario where you can play the combined battles of Waterloo and Vavra. And I think that's the one to play. And I've played the combined battles of Quatre Bras and Ligny, and that makes perfect sense, as does Waterloo and Vavra, because then you have the entire French army, you have the entire Prussian army, and you have the entire British army on one battlefield, which comprises those 2 battlefields. So I think we'll start that up tomorrow. And then I'm also playing the Battle of Friedland. Currently. And that really has been lost by the French. and I'm playing the Russians. And again, they just have overwhelming artillery if they concentrate. But that one's not going to be over for a while. But when that one is over, I think it's going to be replaced by the Battle of Leipzig, or the Battle of Nations. That is an interesting battle for a whole lot of reasons. First of all, it was the largest battle in modern times up until the Battle of the Somme in 1918 during World War One. The map is friggin' huge. It's 500,000 hexes. And if you made it a board map, it'd be 56 feet by 56 feet. It's got Napoleon's entire army on it, plus it has the Prussian army, the Austrian army, the Russian army, and the Swedish. I guess you'd call it, some people call it an army, but it's really a corps. But that one will replace Friedland. And then I'm currently playing the Confederates in the Battle of Gettysburg, and that's in July 3rd, but it's got a ways to go because we'll have to go all the way through the 3rd. And that's it. So okay, that's the end of this one, and we'll go on to Waterloo